fear merchants. It is increasingly difficult to watch TV or listen to the radio these days, for the airwaves and cable outlets are chock full of political ads. At the cost of millions of dollars, politicians are trying to sell the psychic poison of fear. I never knew that San Francisco's Representative Nancy Pelosi was so feared by so many right-wing polls. Perhaps the only politician getting more play nationally is President George Bush, whom many Democrats are running with and many Republicans are running from. For many campaigns, however, the common denominator is fear. Fear of al-Qaeda, fear of Osama, fear of so-called extremists, fear of being seen or perceived as weak, soft, on the so-called war on terror. Isn't it strange that no one fears being stupid? Several days ago, a low-level U.S. diplomat said during an interview with Al Jazeera that the U.S. had been both arrogant and stupid in Iraq. Within hours, he was forced to retract his comments, suggesting they were taken out of context or badly translated and the like. In the U.S. empire, diplomats may not speak truth. In the U.S. empire, truth is treason, and while truth is outlawed, fear is the only sentiment allowed. Fear allowed the Iraq War to become reality. Fear among Democrats who didn't want to appear weak, and fear among the media that didn't want to appear unpatriotic. Fear led not to the illusion of safety, but the certainty of chaos, of ruinous war, of disaster. And now we're on the brink of a midterm election, where it's likely one party or the other will emerge victorious. But no matter who wins, Iraq yet looms large as the Gordian knot that neither side can untie. Many Democrats voted for the war and are loath to admit error, again for fear of seeming weak. You can hope all you wish, but history dashes such thoughts. Democrats voted for the war, and recently, over a dozen voted for the so-called Military Commission Acts, a law granting immunity to the executive branch for torture, and oh yes, the right of President Bush to define torture. All of this, fear, feeding on fear. This political class can only give birth to fear, for hope is foreign to them. And their fear, born in the will to keep their offices, has led to disaster after disaster. Isn't it time for real change? From Death Row, this is Mumia Abu Jamal.
These commentaries are produced by Noel Hanrahan for Prison Radio.